Alright, everyone out there, it's HK Fanatic. I haven't shot a clip in a while. I've been pretty busy with a lot of other projects going on. I've been out doing a lot of pig hunting and been preparing my materials for this short series. I'm going to start filming on the acronym survival and how you can apply it to your everyday survival plan or plans that you might already have in place in case some type of a major crisis occurs or whatever the case may be. Nuclear emergency, whatever the case might be. First of all, I'm going to go over one item that I saw at an academy the other day that was, I thought it was a good deal, so I picked it up. And I call it one of the most, probably best considerations for emergency or an emergency breakaway bag, that's called, or a series of bags you can keep packed up that are ready to go in case of an emergency where you just have to grab gear and go. Again, I get more into detail into some of these other topics here in later clips, but this little bow set I picked up here was like $15 at a sporting goods store. Now, the reason I got it because it breaks up easily and all the parts will fit into a backpack or a larger field pack, however you're going to do it. Now, yeah, I know what you're saying, it's only like a 25-30 pound, but for an emergency survival bow, this will be more than good enough. And I'll show you some of the details here. Okay, of course, here is here's the bowstring. Let me just go ahead and remove it. And as you can see, it's just a simple bowstring. You don't want to keep your bow strung up until you're ready to use it. That's just the #1 basic rule. Unless it's a survival bow which you've made and put together yourself using tree limbs, tree branch, or heavier tree limbs and fishing wire, which you can make a survival bow that way. But this one, it comes with a decent little sight, and it's ready to go in a matter of nothing flat. You just simply put your pieces in. So you put your pieces in there. Then you make sure you get your bow set up properly. Whether you're left or right-handed, you want to make sure that you may or may not have a knock section in your bowstring. Some people use them, some people don't. It's your choice. But for those who are not as accustomed to firing bows and arrows, I think it actually does help. I never really shot a lot with bows and arrows. I did have to make one for one of my field training courses when I was in the military. The instructor showed us how to make an expedient field bow, and it shot pretty well, actually. Good enough that you could have hunted some small game and been able to survive, or maybe even fish with it. The concept with this one is that with a little spool of some wire, which you can attach to the base of your handle here, the free rolling spool, you can fire the arrow and it'll trail trail some fishing wire behind it. That way, if you shoot a fish, you'll be able to just reel them in, and there's your lunch or dinner, whatever the case might end up being. And again, like I said, this little bow was only, I think it was $15. I remember $14.99, and it comes with everything you see here: 2 arrows, the little bow itself. And I didn't know that it came apart like this. I didn't find that out until I removed till I took off the actual wire itself, the actual main component of the bow, because you shouldn't leave it strung up. That's not good for it. Once I took it out, these popped out really, and I said, that would be a good little expedient field bow. So the next clip we'll try some test shots with it and see how it's going to go. So till the next clip, HK Fanatic out.